In Stage 2 of Strider Hiryu 2, we take the fight to the Lower Saxony region of Old Germany.
武装城塞進行。城壁を越え連絡橋を渡って内閣に侵入。本館の地下にある大空洞を目指せ。
And when you get to the bridge section of Stage 2, things get really interesting. But immediately at the start, quick scale the wall and drop to the ground level of the fortress. Run all the way to the right, grab the sword power-up, and you'll immediately get locked out by the bars. So you'll have to scale the walls of this tower here and drop to the ground levels on the right side of it to get the cow scoring item. Anytime you're in the outdoor segment of the level, enemies will fire the guns at you from a distance. And this can make things really difficult if you're trying to shoot for that star ranking. You can tell whenever the enemies are firing their guns at you when a target reticle appears under Hiryu. The mid-boss, Metal Hengst, will just run mindlessly, left to right. I've come to the conclusion that the Grandmaster's minions really aren't that smart, because Metal Hengst could have prevented the loss of life here by using the robotic horses in the armory. Furthering my hypothesis that the Grandmaster's minions aren't that smart, is the bridge section of Stage 2. This tank-looking bulldozer will chase Hiryu throughout the bridge right up to the main fortress. Just keep mashing the attack button and jump when you're running up some inclines. That gap right there is a pretty bad idea, especially for a being who considers himself God and is aiming to take over the world. And no, that's not Metal Gear, that's Sturmschutz V. It's a giant metal walker that'll charge Hiryu, and when it turns red, it'll run straight at Hiryu, all the while leaving mines behind it. At the same time, helicopter enemies that look like bees, I believe, at least that's what they look like to me, will shoot bullets out of their butts. Alright, in the prison tower section, you're going to want to be extra careful. You're not going to be able to run around very much. If you move around a lot, you'll possibly get yourself killed. Because these flames coming out of these gas pipes don't provide you with enough room to run. And then once you get to the tower section, feel free to go nuts. This also makes it for another good speedrun section, because you can just jump from wall to wall, or otherwise just use the quick scaling method. There's a ton of hidden items in this tower. You're pretty much guaranteed to not miss a single one of them if you keep attacking the air. And that guy right there, that wizard that disappeared, he's gonna summon a mid-boss. He's gonna summon Sir Dulahan from the Castlevania dimension, who immediately kills him because he's angry that he took him out of Dracula's castle. Dulahan will toss skulls into the air, which will shoot bullets at you. And Dulahan will also jam a sword into the ground and cause it to create waves. It's a pretty easy mid-boss fight. But if you look at Sir Dulahan's sprite, it looks almost Guilty Gear quality, doesn't it? Here in Scene 5, I make another dumb decision that costs me a life. Actually, it cost me a continue, but life continue, same thing. There are no lives in this game. But if you're wondering what using a continue does, it causes you to lose a rank. But whenever you're playing this game, don't run around all the time. It's best if you are actually familiar with the stage. Because throughout here, the turrets are going to fire at you all the time. Be careful of these electricity rods that shoot out lightning. And here comes another armored guard. Use the same strategy that you used to defeat the terrorist on stage 1. Whenever he winds up to attack you, just slide to the other side and attack him. His enemies right here also make it a bit more difficult, while at the same time, more soldiers are going to shoot at Hiryu. And here's a third example of why the Grandmaster's minions aren't that smart. The boss here, Herzog Shlanga, yes, that's the guy that's floating around in the air, he leaves himself open to attack, thinking he's so safe by having this robotic dragon, or Hydra looks like, attack Hiryu, while at the same time, small fries attack Hiryu. But if you're a part of a godlike being's plan to take over the world and blow it up, do yourself a favor and arm yourself with a weapon, like a pistol, or a sword, a nuke. Don't stand around on a floating platform and just try to run away whenever a futuristic ninja tries to attack you. You can attack the dragon or Hydra heads if you want, but they're not going to have any effect on the boss's health. Just use the Savage Slash when you get the chance, and you're pretty much guaranteed a victory. And usually I get a B on this, but since I died 2 times and lost a lot of life, I end up getting a D. I know, I'm a disgrace. But here's your cutscene.
バカなあの大方に歯向かうというのかお前は死が怖くないのか貴様の自制の苦ならその程度だろうよ
And there's another example of why Hiryu is awesome. Stay tuned for Stage 3, where we investigate a laboratory area in the Antarctic. See y'all next time.